Imagine waking up, going about your day, feeling completely American. You grew up with the same traditions, your dad served in the US Army, and you've never known any other home. Then one day there's a knock at the door. It's not a neighbor, it's officials with paperwork. They tell you bluntly, you're not American. Your entire life, your identity, is called a mistake, a clerical error. Because of this, you have to leave. You're being deported. Suddenly, everything you believed about yourself is ripped away. You try to argue, show your birth certificate from a US Army base in Germany, talk about your father's service, but the officials only see missing paperwork, not your memories or your life. Just like that, you're labeled an alien in your own home. The country you love is kicking you out. It's a betrayal that feels like losing yourself. The government your father defended now says, you don't belong here. For some, this isn't a nightmare, it's their reality. It's the day their world falls apart, all because of a missing piece of paper. Imagine the shock, the disbelief, the sense of erasure. You're not just losing a place to live, you're losing your identity. The system that should protect you is now the one turning you away. You're left asking, how can this happen in the country you've always called home? For these people, the American dream ends with a knock on the door. Their story is a warning. Citizenship can be more fragile than you think. It's not just about where you were born or who your parents are. Sometimes it's about a form you never knew existed. But let's rewind to a US Army base in Germany during the Cold War. A young American soldier falls in love, gets married, and soon, his wife gives birth on base. The hospital, the flag, the people, everything is American. Their son is born into a world of red, white, and blue. He grows up as a military brat, moving from base to base, learning resilience and pride. For him, being American is never in question. It's a fact of life. His father's service is a shield, a guarantee of belonging. The promise is simple: if your parent serves, the country takes care of you. It's a sacred trust between the nation and its defenders. This boy grows up in the States, goes to American schools, lives the American life. He pays taxes, gets a driver's license, and does everything any other citizen does. His father's uniform means safety and home. No one ever tells him there's fine print on that promise. He believes in the American dream because it's all he's ever known. The idea that he could be anything but American never crosses his mind. The system, he thinks, will always protect him. But sometimes, the system forgets its own. The promise of belonging can be broken by a technicality. For military families, the rules aren't always clear. The boy's life is proof that patriotism isn't always enough. The country he loves may not love him back. The American dream, for some, comes with hidden conditions, and sometimes those conditions change everything. So what went wrong? How does a soldier's son become a foreigner? The answer? A maze of confusing, unforgiving laws. Being born on a US military base overseas doesn't automatically make you a citizen. It's not like being born in Ohio. It's a legal gray area. The key is paperwork. A consular report of birth abroad, or CRBA. Without it, your birth certificate from a US Army hospital is just a souvenir. Imagine being a young soldier, busy with duty, filling out hospital forms, never told there's another crucial step. No one warns you, your child's citizenship depends on one more form. Decades pass, the family returns to the US, the child grows up, gets a social security number, lives a normal life. He never knows a bureaucratic time bomb is ticking. The law doesn't care about belief, it cares about paperwork. When the missing CRBA is discovered, the government doesn't see a person, just a violation. Suddenly he's labeled an illegal immigrant. The birth certificate that once meant pride is now used against him. It's proof, not of belonging, but of foreignness. A simple oversight becomes a life-altering weapon. The system that should protect families instead punishes them for paperwork errors. For some, citizenship is lost not by choice but by bureaucracy, and the consequences are devastating. The day of deportation arrives. It's not a choice, it's a forced removal. One moment he's home in America, the next he's on a plane to Jamaica. Why Jamaica? Because his mother was born there, even though he's never set foot in the country. He knows no one, has no home, and might not even speak the local dialect. The decision is made by a bureaucrat, not by family or history. The plane lands. The air, the sounds, the language, all unfamiliar. He steps off with a small bag and a deportation order, a refugee from his own country. There's no family to greet him, no friends to help. Every task, finding food, shelter, work, is a struggle. He's an outsider, a foreigner, in a place that's supposed to be home on paper. The loneliness is crushing, the culture shock, overwhelming. Every day is a reminder of what he's lost. Even small things, a familiar soda, a song, become painful reminders. This isn't just an administrative error, it's a psychological trauma. He's living in exile, erased from the only country he's ever known. The world he belonged to is gone, replaced by uncertainty. He's left to rebuild his life from nothing, and the sense of loss never really fades. Jamaica no problem is a tourist slogan, but for the deported, life is full of problems. There's no return ticket. He must survive in a country he's never known. Finding work is nearly impossible without local connections or history. His American accent makes him stand out, not always in a good way. He's seen as an outsider, a target for suspicion or exploitation. The emotional toll is immense. Every day feels wrong, every routine is gone. He grieves for a life stolen by bureaucracy. He's legally Jamaican, but culturally American, trapped in limbo. The injustice is overwhelming. His only crime was a paperwork error. Simple tasks become bureaucratic nightmares. He's constantly explaining a story few believe. Born on a US base, deported, how? His identity is a paradox, American by heart, Jamaican by law. The struggle isn't just survival, it's holding on to a sense of self. Every day is a battle to prove he belongs somewhere. This story isn't unique. There's a hidden group, children of US citizens born abroad, who fall through the cracks of citizenship laws. Missed paperwork, lost deadlines, or lack of information leaves them stateless. Some discover the truth after decades when applying for a passport or after a minor legal issue. Suddenly their world is turned upside down. They're told they've been illegal all along. The laws are a tangled mess, changing over the years with requirements few can track. These people are American in every way but on paper. They spend years and thousands on lawyers, fighting for an identity that should be theirs by birthright. Their stories remind us, justice isn't always guaranteed, even for those who serve. Stories like this force us to ask, what truly makes someone American? Is it paperwork or is it shared values, culture, and commitment? The law should protect families, not tear them apart over technicalities. We need clear, compassionate laws, especially for military families. A person who's lived their whole life as a citizen shouldn't be punished for a bureaucratic error. Behind every law are real lives. If our rules cause this kind of suffering, we must demand better. Belonging should be defined by character and community, not just paperwork.